Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on, peeps? What's going on? I want to say welcome to the Soft Step Trucking channel. If you're new here, please feel welcome. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. And if you're not new here, please, I want you to hit that thumbs up or even the dislike button. YouTube like when you participate with the algorithm, so it gets the video out to more people. Okay, this one is it's gonna be a nice quick short video. I got a couple of subscribers hit me up in my message and in my mailbox, and they're asking me, you know, a lot of guys see that I work for I drive for Scotland. I'm a lease operator there, you know what I mean, and a lot of guys been, you know, calling me up, you know, sending me messages asking me if what Scotland is all about, what Scotland is like, you know. And I'm just gonna put it in a nutshell. There's so much you can disclose, but I'm just gonna put it in a quick nutshell for a couple of the guys who have been hitting me up on Facebook asking me all these questions and stuff. A couple of guys watch my videos and they've been asking me these questions. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sum it up, okay? There's so much you can say. You don't want to go say the wrong things now, because they're watching, okay? They're watching. So you don't want to go say something that's wrong. You got to be careful what you say, and you know what I mean? Everybody have their own experience and everyone thinks different, okay? Now, leasing overall, let's put Scotland to the side for a second. Leasing overall, being a lease operator, it's a very tricky thing. Okay? It's very tricky. And what I would say is, if you don't plan on learning and evolving in this business, then forget the term leasing. Think business. Because before you lease on to Scotland or any company out there, you have to have a business. You have to have a corporation set up, preferably, okay? Or a sole proprietor or a partnership, something set up. But a corporation preferably. Reason being, it separates you from your personal asset, okay? Business, personal asset, that's another topic, okay? Now, when you have a corporation set up, you would understand what it takes to set up the corporation, just to get the corporation set up, just to get somebody do a domain search for you, a name search, just to have them just go through the whole process to get the corporation set up, tells you that you're taking a big step in business, okay? And then once you have that corporation set up and then you apply for your tax number, that's a whole different beast, okay? Once the government send you that HST number, now the government is looking for his cut, okay? Now, when you get into leasing, remember, you make the big step of starting a corporation, then you make the big step of getting your HST number, then you make another big step of going into a company, signing a contract, taking a truck that's worth 100, 200,000, okay? you have to pay for that truck monthly, weekly, however the settlement is set up and however the agreement is set up. You got to pay for that truck. Now, when you get into leasing, get into business, then leasing, you already take a big step into starting a business, creating history for your business. Now, what you have to take in consideration before you sign the lease is, are you willing to sacrifice money, number one, because you're going to be sacrificing money, okay? Because it's not going to be set in stone for you. There's going to be stuff that you might have to purchase a week out of the gate, a day out of the gate. There's going to be stuff that you have to pay for right out of pocket before you get your first paycheck. Okay? And you're not going to get your first paycheck a week after you work. All right? So you have to have enough cash to supplement you, to balance you out for that period. Once you sign that lease, get that truck, go on the road, you have to have cash to maintain you on the road until you actually get your first paycheck. Now, when you get your first paycheck, if you didn't have any other income or you didn't put any other plans in place in order to pay for your rent or mortgage or car payments or phone bills and all that stuff, if you didn't put that in place prior to you picking up this lease, you are asking for trouble. Okay? Don't think that you get a lease, you sign it, and then you're going to be getting paid like a company driver. No. You are on a contract, and the contract is going to tell you when you get paid, which is not 6 days, 3 days after you start your contract. Sometimes it's 15 days or it's a month. Most places it's 30 days before you get a check. So you have to at least have enough money to maintain you and your bills for 30 days before you get your first contract. Now, we put Scotland to side. We're just talking about leasing. Okay? If you know you don't have enough money to maintain you for a month, meaning paying your bills, paying your mortgage, paying your light, paying your hydro, paying your phone bill, your car payment, whatever expenses you have, if you don't have enough money to maintain you for that period, just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave this leasing stuff alone, because you're going to bankrupt yourself. You're going to get yourself in a whirl of trouble. You're asking for trouble if you don't have enough money to maintain you starting out as a lease operator. Okay? Now, the reefer is about to kick in right now, guys, so the video might get a little bit loud. So, move on to Scotland. Okay? So, I just touched the basic. I could go forever with that one topic of making sure that you have capital to maintain you until you get your first paycheck. Now, it doesn't even, you might not even get enough money to cover your bills when you get your paycheck for the first one. When you get your first paycheck, that paycheck might not cover all your bills. That paycheck might be so small, it only can take you for the next 15 days until you get your next real paycheck or settlement, because it's not a paycheck, it's a settlement. Okay? You do a job, and they're giving you a settlement. Out of that settlement, you're gonna have to pay your taxes. Okay? You're gonna have to pay your taxes to the government. All right? You're gonna have to pay for your light bill, your water rate. You're gonna have to save something that if something breaks on your truck, you don't have to call the company or Scotland every time. Right? Now, there's a system in place for you to do that. But something as small as like a a truck wash. You don't need to send an invoice to Scotland for you to get a truck wash, right? You should be able to have enough money in your account, have a credit card or something that you can swipe and go get a truck wash. If you don't have that type of financial backative, leave leasing alone. Forget about Scotland. Okay? If you don't, not to say, I'm not even going to talk about you going to buy a truck. I'm just talking about you leasing a truck from a company, signing a contract and getting in a truck, start driving down the road. If you don't have enough money to last you for at least a month and probably month and a half, just leave it alone until you can do that. Okay? Because you're going to get yourself in problems. All right. Now, for the guys who were asking me about Scotland. Okay? Now, nice trucks, fancy trucks. You know, you look clean going down the road. Some used, some brand new. Trailers are most time tip-top shape. What you're gonna learn when you come here is how to be independent. What you're gonna learn when you come to Scotland is you're gonna learn how to be independent. If you don't have an independent mindset, if you don't have a mindset for working by yourself, if you don't have a mindset for working by yourself, on your own, figuring out stuff on your own, you're gonna have a hard time. It doesn't matter which company you go to. Okay? My experience here is you are gonna learn how to be independent in this company. Okay? You get a lot of help, but you also do a lot of stuff yourself. And that's another thing about leasing. You don't have people babysitting you around in the dispatch area. You gotta figure things out sometimes for yourself. And if you don't have that mindset, then you're gonna have problems. You're gonna have to bring the truck back in 3 months' time. 5 months' time, you're gonna have to bring the truck back or something. Okay? Then you waste 5 months of your life. Okay? Now, you can make money at Scotland, but you have to plan to work. Don't pay attention to this big, nice, fancy trucks you see driving out there. These guys looking all pretty. Don't pay attention too much to that. You have to plan to work. If you don't plan to work, forget it. Just forget it. You're going to have to put in a lot of work. There's going to be ups and downs. Okay? A lot of stuff that you think you're entitled to as a company driver, it's a different ball game once you get into leasing. Once you get into leasing, a lot of things that you used to get paid for as a company driver, nobody give a about you as a lease operator when you get into that. So if you don't plan on being on your own, okay, working independent, and if you don't plan to work, like get in the truck and drive, forget it. Yes, they have nice fancy truck here. Yes, they have, a nice system. They have lots of customers. They have lots of work too. Okay? This is all depend on how you work. You get in here, and if you're willing to work, you get in the truck, you put the work in, and you'll see what you're working for. Okay? Now, I've had a lot of guys come up to me, and the first question they have asked me is, "Yeah, you making money? How much they pay?" Now, that kind of turns me off. If you come up to me and you want to ask me about Scotland, and the first thing you ask me about is money, right away that tells me you're not going to make it. That tells me that you're not going to make it. You can have your own opinion. That's my opinion. Right away, you're telling me you're not going to make it. Because if your own mindset is just thinking about making money, you see these fancy trucks and you're thinking about just coming to make money, and that's your mindset, then that means you're going to have problems. Why? Because yes, you can make money, but the money is not going to be coming as fast as you think. There's going to be obstacles, ups and downs. There's going to be things that's going to happen that's going to make you want to think if you don't want to be here. There's going to be things that's going to happen that makes you pay money or spend money out of your pocket. There's going to be things that you're going to learn that you didn't expect. There's going to be so much things going to hit you all at once because this is a big step. I'm just giving you advice, guys. If you are not ready for the next level, and I'm not talking about the next level like you just hit a blunt or something. I'm talking about if you're not ready for the next level in your career, trucking, forget leasing or forget going to buy a truck. That's another animal, buying a truck. I am not discouraging anyone from buying a truck. If you have the capital, if you have the brain, and if you have the mindset to work, go ahead. Okay? Just pay attention to what I'm saying. If you have the capital, if you have the mindset, okay? And if you have the insight, which is the knowledge about the trucking business, then you will survive. You can go ahead, go grab you a truck, go sign it up, go do your thing, okay? Hop on over to Scotland, sign up, grab a lease truck, go on the road, go do your thing. If you have the mindset to work, if you have the capital to back you up, okay? If you have the will to work, okay? You're not just going to walk over here and then just start making lots of money. That's not going to happen. You got to work. You have to get in the truck and drive your ass off. Yes, you look fancy, you look pretty going up the road, but you're going to have to work. Okay? That's all I'm telling you guys. One bit of advice I'm going to give you. If you do not have the capital, if you do not have the money to keep you for 30 days, don't go out and buy a truck. If you do not have at least $20,000 in your bank account put aside, not talking about the money that you use to buy the truck, because if you use credit to buy the truck, good, right? And then if you have $20,000 and you use $5 to buy the truck, and then you save back the $15 in your account, great, that's good. You buy a truck, okay, you get some warranty on it. Pay attention to the warranty also, okay? Pay attention to these warranties that they give you on the trucks. Ask lots of questions about the trucks when you get there, okay? If you go in, put your side on the truck, pull up on your phone, get some insight, get some information on the truck, ask questions about things you should be looking for when you go buy the truck, okay? One bit of advice I would give you though, when you walk into these truck sales, trucking company, truck sales places, a lot of these guys are not telling you that when you take this truck and you put it on your personal credit, you take this truck, you put it on your personal credit, okay? They'll take it and they'll go, oh yeah, we're just going to put it on your company, and they write your company names down and everything, but yet still they ask you for your SIN number. Be very careful when they do that to you. When they ask you for your SIN number when you go to buy a truck, that means that that truck is going on your credit, personal credit. And that is a dangerous thing to do, because it will screw your life up. I'm telling you. Don't run out there and go buy no truck and you have them sticking it on your credit. A lot of these trucking companies or how you say it now, a lot of these Kenworths and Ryder and Peterbilts and all these guys, they won't look at you unless you're 2 years in business and you got tax returns showing that you have money coming in and out your account. They won't look at you. Okay? When you go to buy the truck, if you have to put the truck on your personal credit, you're running a big risk. Just remember that. Just remember that. If you don't have the capital to back you up, leasing or buying your own truck, just leave it alone. Take my advice, guys. I'm telling you from experience. If you don't have money to back you up in leasing, forget it. Okay? And if you want to come on over to Scotland, feel free to do so. I have one advice for you. If you come over here with this mindset of just making quick money, forget it. You got to come here and work. You got to put the work in. That's all I'm going to tell you guys. Quit texting me on unknown numbers and stuff. I'm not stupid. I'm not just going to respond to anybody on unknown and just talk garbage to people who I don't know. Get on my channel, okay? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, all right? Leave a comment in the comment section. I'll respond to the comment if I see it appropriately. If I can see a picture, if I can see a profile that tells me that you're some legitimate person, then I'll respond to you appropriately. But don't think I'm going to know that I'm working for Scotland. I'm going to get on the microphone or get on the camera and be talking all type of garbage. You're not going to get that from me. So don't try that. Don't try to pull that stunt. Okay? If you really want some information, they have a recruiting department. Call up the recruiting department. Jeff and them guys are in the recruitment department. They're willing to answer your questions. Call them up. I'm not getting paid for advertisement, but I'm just telling you, you don't need to call me as a personal driver here and ask me those questions. If you see me one away, then fine. Don't send me no stupid ass question on Facebook asking me stupid questions. Okay? They have a recruitment department. They got their contracts. They got their lines on their line and what they do set up on the internet. Go on their website. Get information. Call them up. Jeff, I don't remember some of the other guys. They are willing to answer your questions. Okay? Call up the recruitment department. Ask them a lot of questions. Find out whatever you want to find out. Just ask them. They're not going to tell you what you don't want to know. Or what you don't ask. Okay? You have to ask the questions. Call these guys, ask them a question. I'm working here and I don't know a lot of things still. I gotta meet with different drivers and they kind of explain stuff to me and tell me stuff. But one thing I know and one thing I've learned since I've been here is that you're not just gonna hop up in a fancy truck and just roll down the road 2 trips and make money and make lots of money. No, you have to work. You have to put the work in. Quit paying attention to this fancy truck mentality and this how much money I can make mentality. Create a history for your business. Be smart. Having a business, set it up, create a history, have money going in and out of an account, right? So you put yourself in a good position that later on, if you decide you don't want to be at the company you're at anymore, you go into the bank and you talk to the bank, hey, this is what I've been doing. I need a truck, yada, 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 woody, woody, woo. I don't want to give away too much sauce here, guys, because, you know, I don't want to give away too much sauce because people listening. But I'm going to tell you, I'm just telling you as it is. I'm just being honest as I can be, right? It's not all about money every time. You get into a company, set up yourself, build a history with your company, your corporation, with the bank, and then you get some advice from some people and go into the bank and see what you can do, see what you can get after a year, 2 years. It's simple. You might get enough money to buy a truck to put on for yourself. You know, who knows? You never know. You just have to ask. And just be smart. But don't do it unless you have the backative, the financial backative, and the will to work. And even if you go ahead and go buy a truck, if you're not willing to work, it's not gonna work out. This leasing game, especially with all this gas price going up and all this stuff, this leasing game, man, is not pretty. This trucking game overall is not pretty. But if you want to come on over to Scotland, guys, feel free. Go on the website, okay? scottylnn.com. Go on the website. Check out the recruitment department. Ask them all the questions you want to ask them. Anything you want to ask them, you ask them. They're not going to tell you what you didn't ask. That's trucking companies for you guys. You ask the questions and they'll give it to you, okay? When I call, I text, I email, I talk to Jeff most of the times. He was willing to answer my questions, but you call in, you might get somebody else. You never know. But I can tell you that they're willing to answer your questions. Call in, find out, more about what they do, and tell them what you are looking for. Talk to them about what your plans are about working, because you don't want to get on here and have some secretive plans and then expect them to figure it out. You got to tell them exactly what you're planning to do, what you coming on to do, and what you want to do. But one thing I can tell you, plan to work. Don't believe that this fancy truck's just going to shake a tree and money's going to fall in your pocket. You got to work. They got lots of lanes that you can cover. Okay? Get in some of these lanes, put out some work, put some serious work in, and see if you can make the money, man. See if you can make some dough. It's there to be made. It's out there. You just got to be smart, willing to work, willing to make it happen. Once again, guys, thanks for watching the Soft Step Trucking channel. Please like, share, leave a comment if you wish. We do appreciate that as well. And once again, guys, I just want to say thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the Soft Step Trucking channel. Have a good one, guys. Peace. I'm out. Boo.